You know, I was thinking about how crazy the justice system is, bro. You know, because I just saw something about Diddy. Apparently, Diddy was able to get some evidence taken out of the case, and recently his family they had released a video on Instagram of them calling him on the phone because he was in jail. They put him on speaker, and apparently it was his birthday. They're saying happy birthday, all that stuff, and they posted it on social media. And it makes me think about the show O.J. Simpson versus the People, because you remember in the show, so O.J. Simpson was a trial of the century, right? And what they did with the jurors was that they were locking them in the hotel where they were staying at, not allowing them to leave, not allowing them to watch television, read magazines, read the newspaper, nothing. You know why? Because then you'd become biased. The whole point of the court system, from when I was taught when I was a kid, is that trials are supposed to be unbiased. You're not supposed to have feelings about one side or the other. It used to be back in ancient times with like the rule of law, I believe it was called, where you like if there's a rule and you break it, then you deserve the punishment for it. If I steal from you, you cut my hand off. Something like, I don't know any more examples, but and it just makes you think about back then. There was no like, well, he stole that bread because he had to feed his family. Nah, it wasn't like that. If you stole that bread, I cut your hand off so you don't steal. And it makes me think about the other movie, 12 Angry Men. And it makes me think about how they just followed the rule of law. The whole plot was that some kid stole a bike, and they were just like, he's guilty, guilty, guilty. But then there's that one guy, that one defiant guy, who said, well, actually, he was stealing that because. So he wasn't even thinking like rule of law. He managed to expand and add bias because we all have our own personal experiences. So what if he was in the same experience? He wouldn't want to see that on someone else. So it's that idea of him just expressing his thoughts, expressing his feelings, and then he's able to break that chain. Be defiant, be a thinker. And it makes me think about us as a society, how everyone, let's be real, we all know who Diddy is. We all know the music he makes. We all know what he represents. Black excellence, billionaire, entrepreneur, businessman, breaking the cycle. So when we see Diddy, we just immediately think of times where his music was like prominent in our lives, saying I'm coming, songs like I'm coming home, just him Big Papa with Notorious, all that stuff. And it just makes you think like, oh man, Diddy made some good music. So, how could he do something so vile, so evil? And the truth is, he is evil. He is very evil. He's a disgusting human being. The facts are there. They found the oil. They found the records. This video of him beating up a woman in a hotel room. There's him having the mattresses. Reports of women coming forward. And all the facts are in front of us. We see it. It's an open secret. Everyone in the industry knew that he was doing this stuff. We all know he's doing this stuff. But for some reason, he's still having a trial. If we know he's doing it, why is he still having a trial? If we just follow the rule of law, like olden times, if we know he did it, that's his punishment. He gets a punishment. There is and it made me think about a fair trial. How can those jurors be in there looking at Diddy without being exposed to social media, being exposed to just all sorts of music of Diddy? It's impossible to find a juror that's not biased towards Diddy. And I'm hoping that he is found guilty because he's a disgusting person. If he walks out that courtroom with all that evidence that we see, that we know, then truly like it's failed. There is no fair trial. So I'm hoping that he's guilty, because if they're not locking those jurors up in the hotel rooms with no access to no internet or nothing like that, then it's not looking good. It's not looking good. We know it's there. We know what's happening, but somehow he gets a fair trial. So that's all I gotta say. I hope I'm serious. He better not be found not guilty. He's literally the devil. So he needs to go. He needs to go.